Hello, and welcome back to the Goodness Margin, the place where we find margin for the good things in life. It's summertime. It's time to travel again. I am so grateful that we are getting back to traveling. And I know, like many of you, we had a lot of things canceled last year. And so now we are going to be trying to make up for lost time. This summer, I'd like to share with you a few travel tips. And so today I want to talk about how do I prepare my home when I'm going to go out of town. I love to travel. I love to go to fun and new places. And I really love to go back to those places that I've been before that I really enjoy. But my very, very favorite place to be is still home. I love going back home. I love going back to my bed, to my shower, to my kitchen. But I do not want to walk back in the door if I'm going to be greeted with a mess. I love to walk into a nice, clean home. And many times when we're gone for several days, we can feel like we're coming home to so much more work because we've been gone all that time and those things are built up. Today, I want to share with you some tips that can keep that from happening. You can walk into a tidy home and you have a lot of things that are already taken care of, and you can just slip back into normal life, feeling rested and relaxed from your vacation. The tips I'm going to share with you today look a little bit like my weekend routine because my weekend routine gets me ready for the week ahead. And so these things that I'm going to do are to prepare me for when I'm going to be coming back home from vacation. So the first thing I want you to think about is what I call the inbox. Where do you keep your mail? Where do you keep the stacks of paperwork that enters your home, the things that you need to take care of? The reason we want to look through this before we go out of town is that way we can throw away or shred anything that needs to go. But we also want to double check if we have any bills or any paperwork that needs to be taken care of. So you can file your things and get all of that taken care of. And when you come back home, you're coming back home to an empty inbox, and all you have to deal with is the mail that is in your mailbox. Tip number 2 is regarding errands. Do you have anything that needs to be returned? Do you want to drop some things off at the dry cleaners so that they can be taken care of while you're gone? What about library books? You don't want to be in the middle of a vacation and get a notice that today all of your library books are due. Go ahead and return those things. So if we take care of those errands, returns, library books, all of that stuff, that's one less thing to do when we get back and one less thing for us to think about while we're on vacation. The third tip, which is really important, is the house reset. Now, the way that I do this really is according to what time of the day I'm going to be leaving my home. We typically leave for vacation first thing in the morning. And so the night before, and I'm going to get my entire family involved, I'm going to be sure that I go through my entire house and make sure everything is picked up. Not only is this going to ensure that you're going to come home to a tidy house, but also, what if your child left a glass of water sitting on their dresser? You don't want something to have leaked out and you come home to that mess. That way you make sure that everything is totally picked up and you're going to come home to a really tidy home. So the house reset is a really important step to take. Next, we're going to talk about laundry. You do not want to come home to piles of laundry. We already are going to be coming home to all of the laundry that's in our suitcase. Now, the great thing about being completely caught up with laundry before you leave town is that, first of all, it's time to pack. Many a times I will take the laundry basket that day where I'm getting caught up with laundry, getting all the laundry done, and I will grab pajamas and underwear and things like that out of that laundry basket. And that way I don't even have to fold it. I just put it straight into the suitcase. So you have all of your laundry completed before you go out of town. And then when you get home, all you have to do is take your suitcases, empty those into your washing machine, and you can get right back to your one load of laundry a day. Number 5 is trash. Don't overlook the trash. You do not want to walk into your house with a putrid smell greeting you. Be sure that you've emptied your trash. And we have some really great neighbors. So if we're going out of town right before trash day, we'll go ahead and stick the trash can out at the yard, let our neighbors know we're going out of town, and they'll pull those back into the garage for us. So be sure to not neglect any of the trash cans in your home. Go through your upstairs or where your bedrooms and bathrooms are and be sure that all of those trash cans are emptied. And that way you come home to clean trash cans and to a fresh smell. And last but not least is our refrigerator. You want to check your refrigerator and see, do I have some produce that's about to go bad? So you can choose to go ahead and use that up. You know you're going to be going out of town, so a few days before, go ahead and check your refrigerator and see, what do I need to go ahead and use? Or say you have a bag of carrots that they're going to be going bad while you're out of town. go ahead and slice those up and throw those in a freezer bag and put them in the freezer. You'll have carrots in the freezer ready to go. So this ensures that, number one, you're not coming home to something that's gross and smells bad in your refrigerator, but also that you're not going to be wasting any food. These are really simple steps, and they may take a little bit of time to implement, but the lovely thing about it is if you do these things, and some of them you can start a few days before you go out of town, it's going to take so much stress off of you. You will feel light and be ready to go on vacation, and know that when you come back home, that you're coming back home to a neat and tidy home. You're not coming back home to loads of laundry waiting on you or gross things in your refrigerator. You'll be coming back home rested and refreshed and ready to get back into normal life. If you've enjoyed these tips and you would like to know when the next video goes live, hit the bell and please be sure you've subscribed to my channel.